Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something you've probably seen popping up everywhere, hijama or wet cupping. But we're going beyond the surface here. We're going to get right into the science to answer two huge questions. What is actually coming out of your body, and how on earth can a little cup affect what's happening deep inside? All right, let's jump in.
All right, so let's get right to it. There are really two huge questions at the heart of hijama that we need to unpack. And here they are. Number one, what is that stuff that comes out? I mean, is it just regular blood? And number two, how deep can this thing really go? Can it actually pull stuff out from deep inside you? We're going to break these down one by one using what we know about how the body actually works.
Okay, so first things first. Let's talk about the blood. When you see it, you might think it's just like the blood you'd give in a blood test, right? Well, the short answer, not even close.
You can see the difference right here, side by side. When you get a normal blood test, they're taking blood from a big vein deep under your skin. But hijama, that's pulling from the super tiny capillaries, right near the surface. And that, right there, that difference in where it comes from, that's everything. It's why they're two completely different fluids.
So if you look closer, what you find is that hijama blood is, well, it's this weird mix. It's a cocktail, really. You've got some blood, sure, but it's mixed with all this other stuff. Tissue fluid, lymph, bits of old cells, waste products, even skin debris. This is not the clean, pristine blood that's flowing through your arteries and veins. This is the gunk that kind of gets left behind in the tissues.
And that brings us to this key idea. What hijama is really drawing from is what you could call a local waste pool. Think of it like this. It's the stuff that your body's normal cleanup crew, your circulation, just couldn't quite get to. It's stagnated, it's stuck right there under the skin.
Okay, that's question one down. Now for the second big one. How deep can this thing actually reach? You hear these claims all the time, right? That hijama can pull toxins from your organs. But can it really?
I mean, think about it. Can a little cup on your back literally suck waste out of something deep inside, like your liver? It sounds kind of wild. So, what does the actual science of biophysics say? Is that even possible?
And the answer is, well, it's indirectly. This is where it gets really cool. A cup can't create a vacuum that reaches into your organs. That's just not how physics works. But the real mechanism is actually way more clever. It's not about brute force, it's about influence.
The secret is your skin. We think of it as a solid wall, but it's not. It's a living, breathing organ, and it's jam-packed with tiny blood vessels, like 100 capillaries in every square centimeter. So when you put a cup on it and create suction, you're creating this low-pressure zone. It's like opening a drain. It doesn't suck waste from your liver, but it encourages all the stagnant gunk in that whole region to start moving towards the surface. It's using the body's own plumbing to get things flowing again.
Okay, so if it's not direct suction, how does it talk to those deeper organs? The answer is pretty amazing. It uses the body's own built-in wiring, its reflex pathways.
I love this analogy because it makes so much sense. Just think about all the fluids in your body, your blood, your lymph, as one giant city drainage system.
It's simple, right? Step one, your arteries are the main water lines delivering fresh, clean water everywhere. But just like in any city, over time, sludge builds up. Step two, this sludge, all that metabolic waste, it gets stuck in the smallest pipes, your capillaries. So what does hijama do? Step three, it acts like a powerful, targeted flush for those clogged up micropipes, getting everything moving again.
And this flush happens through four really interesting indirect routes. First, you've got the simple microcirculation reset. It just gets the blood flowing again. Second, it sends signals through your nerves that can change your hormones. Third, it gives your lymphatic system, your body's garbage disposal, a serious kickstart. And finally, and this is the really wild one, it uses something called viscerosomatic reflexes. These are like direct phone lines from a spot on your skin straight to an internal organ. So stimulating your back can actually send a signal to your stomach or your lungs.
So let's pull all of this together. Let's talk about the big picture, the logical conclusion of what's really going on here. This is a great way to see it. Common claims versus the physiological reality. So, does it pull waste directly from your organs? Nope, but it does influence them through those reflex pathways. Is the blood toxic? Well, toxic is a strong word, but yeah, it's full of metabolic waste from that stagnant pool. So it's definitely not the same as your clean venous blood.
So if you had to boil it all down to one single concept, what is hijama scientifically? It's a localized circulatory and lymphatic reset. That's it. You're basically hitting a big reset button on a small, specific area, clearing out the gunk to help the whole system flow better indirectly.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? We get so focused on the idea of dragging out toxins. But maybe the real power of Hijama isn't in what it removes, but in what it restores. It's about restoring movement to places that have become stuck. And it kind of makes you think, maybe the most powerful form of healing isn't about taking bad things out, but about simply getting things moving again.